In this episode, we're going to talk about how you can get the history of tequila in one box. Right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to talk about how you can get the history of tequila in one box. Now, this is kind of an interesting project. It's actually done by some friends of mine, Mauricio Camarena Jr., who's, as you know, is a part of the brand Carrera Tequila. Mauricio Sr. is his dad. And this, he's kind of like a history buff as far as tequila goes. Studied the history of tequila, loves tequila, believes tequila needs to be produced correctly, and is really passionate in the world of tequila. And that's one of the things I love about working with the Camarenas, is I know everything that I do when I work with them is going to be great. They don't believe in using abacantes to enhance flavor profiles. They just want to make really good, traditionally made tequila and teach the history of their family and tequila production. So that's what this particular project does. All right, so this kit is called Clase 33, A Sip of History. Now, it's a really cool box. It comes and looks like a book, which is, a book of the history of tequila. And inside, it has 3 different bottles of tequila coming from 3 different production techniques that represent 3 different time periods within the history of tequila. The Conquista, the Independencia, and then the Revolucion. So you have these 3, and then there's the Democracia, which is a different one, which they use a diffuser in, which you can get separate if you want to go that far on the kit. But the kit comes with 3. And then for an example, inside the box under Conquista, which is the ancestral style tequila, it says the origin of distillation. The stills arrived with the conquistadors carrying the ancient art of distillation. From the fusion of Mesoamerican agave and Arab Filipino technique emerged a new liquid, prohibited and hidden. Like the people who crafted it, this first distillate survived in the shadows, waiting for the day it could claim its identity. And that's true. In the earlier days, it was illegal to make tequila, and you could actually be put to death if they caught you making agave distillates. It was called vino de mezcal at that time. You could be arrested and killed and put to death for doing it. So it kind of was in the shadows originally. But you can taste with the production techniques, tequilas using those production techniques tasted like, which is really cool. And so they have Independencia and Revolucion on the box as well. And then it also comes with these really cool placemats that you can use while you're doing your tequila education and tasting together, where it breaks down Conquista, Independencia, Revolucion, and Democracia. and then you have the placemats where you put your glasses down and it tells you the production techniques that they use. So for like Conquista, it's cooked in the open pits in the ground. They use paddles to extract the sugars from the agave fibers, fermented in wooden vats, and then distilled using a Filipino style still. So it breaks down all the production techniques so you can actually learn about tequila while you're tasting it. Even if you're not an expert, you can sound like an expert as you're tasting through it. As usual, I'm receiving no monetary compensation for these. This is an unbiased, honest talk about this kit. This kit was presented to me before it was released, so I got a chance to kind of taste through all the profiles and kind of hear the idea behind it. And I really liked what it has and how it works as a kit. So I'm going to give you some information about how I'm going to use this kit moving forward. All right, so I would use this at the beginning of my tastings. It's going to be a staple in my tasting portfolio. So when I do an educational tasting for people, I would start with this kit and I would lay these mats down and fill up glasses to fill the 3 that come with it. I would probably do the Democracia too, because it actually, for a diffuser tequila, it actually tastes pretty decent. So, but I would start with the Conquista and say, this is what tequila tastes like when it was first being created, when it was called Vino de Mezcal, walk people through the production techniques, and allow them to taste that. And then work up my way to the Independencia, then the Revolucion, and then I'd provide other examples of tequilas from other producers from those, using those same techniques from the different time periods. So for Conquista, I would find another ancestral tequila for them to taste. So they could taste, different profiles that come from different places that were making tequila using these old techniques. So it's kind of a cool learning tool that you can really learn a lot and get a really good experience before diving into the current stuff that's out there today that uses these same techniques. So you can use some more popular brands you could use as additional tastings for the educational piece and the experience piece of the tequila education. All right, so I know the next question you guys are going to ask, well, how does the tequila taste? Well, if you're looking for something that's going to revolutionize the tequila industry flavor-wise, this isn't going to be the product to do it. These are really good tasting tequilas. Nothing revolutionary about them, but the educational aspect of it makes it really cool. So I've had a chance to taste through all of the profiles and actually talked to Mauricio about this when it was in conceptual phase and tasted them and kind of provided an advisory role. And so I've had a chance to taste it multiple times. So I'll tell you the Conquista version is actually called the Destilado de Agave because it was actually made by a mezcal producer that used Weber Blue Agave using the old tequila production techniques. So this one's not actually called tequila, it's called a Destilado de Agave, but it's a representation of what tequila tasted like back in the day. So it's going to have a little bit of a smoky taste to it, and it's going to have kind of an interesting, more mezcal kind of flavor profile to it. Not super smoky, but definitely will give you an idea of what tequila tasted like before the, industrial revolution happened and they started using steam versus fire to cook things. Because once the industrial revolution happened, they started using steam, and it kind of made tequila more like it is today, more bland, not as really interesting on the flavor profile as this one is. So this one may take you some time to get used to because it's more of a mezcal, but it's delicious. It tastes really good. I really enjoyed it and thought that it was an excellent representation of what an old ancestral style tequila tastes like. Now, the Independencia is, they use a Taona for it, and it's more of like the super traditional, ultra traditional method of making tequila. This is actually a really nice representation as well. I enjoyed the flavor profile on this as well. Really easy to sip, enjoyable, nothing off-putting on it for me. But it's not something that where it's like, oh, it's one of the best tequilas I ever tasted. That it's not going to be. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking more for the educational aspect of teaching you through history what tequila tastes like. So they wanted to kind of give you an idea of what normal tequila that you would taste when you were alive during this area would taste like. And this is a great representation of that. And then the Revolucion is where the Industrial Revolution happened, and they started using steam and more traditional methods that we see today. For the Revolution, it was cooking using autoclaves, which is a cleaner way of cooking agave. They used a roller mill for extraction. Fermentation was with yeast and nutrients in stainless steel vats. And then a distillation of stainless steel stills with copper coils. So it's more of like what we see today in tequila production. And this is a nice representation of what normal, average kind of tequila tastes like today. So it's a great way of tasting your way through the history, and the profiles really match and really give a nice representation of what these tequilas tasted like. All right, so I know the last question you guys have is, well, how much does this kit cost? Unfortunately, at this time, I don't have a MSRP, a manufacturer suggested retail price on this. But if you are a retailer that is interested in picking this up and offering this, you would be right now the only retailer offering this amazing package, this amazing kit. And I could refer you to the importer, and you can work out details on how to order this so you can offer it. And if you do get it, let me know, and I will actually let people know where they can buy it. But right now, it's not available at any online retailers or any retailers that I know of. So it would be an exclusive buy, and I think a really nice option for aficionados for providing an educational tool for their tastings. Well, that's it for this episode. A really nice educational tool, the Clase 33, A Sip of History kit. Highly recommended. If you like the information included in this video, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're new to the channel and want unbiased, honest reviews and informational video, then you've come to the right place. Make sure you click the subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time I post a new review or informational video that will assist you in purchasing amazing tequila that you're not going to regret buying after you taste it. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila, so keep following my videos, keep following my recommendations, and you'll have some really amazing tequila to taste. Salud. Bye, guys.